In just 10 minutes, I'll take your reels to the next level. And if you want to skip the guesswork, the exact text animations I'm using are inside my text animation essentials pack, which is under $20, by the way. Let's get into it. So first things first is you're gonna create a new timeline, name it whatever you want, uncheck use project settings, go into format, check use vertical resolution, change the timeline frame rate to 25 as our clip is going to be 25 frames per second, and then click on create. Then drag the raw clip inside. If you have to zoom it in, zoom it in. Now I'm going to do some basic color grading, so I'm going to go into effects, then I'm going to go into effects again, drag and cut adjustment clip, shift scroll to make everything shorter, go into the color page, add a corrector, increase the contrast, increase the mid to detail just a little bit, and that will be it for the color grading. Now open that adjustment clip that you color graded, get a background node. So get a background node, attach the output of the background to the output of the media in. Make sure the alpha is up on the background, change the color to, I'm going to use this light blue, or rather this blue. Get a rectangle and position it up, make it wide, and then increase the soft edge to about 0.6. Drag it up again, drag it up again, and that looks nice. Now we're going to get another adjustment clip for the zoom, and I'm just going to do this in the edit page for simplicity. Go into resolve effects, then search transform, so this way we can add a motion blur as well. Attach the transform, keyframe the zoom, go around 10 frames forward, keyframe the zoom again, go back, zoom it in. Then right click, ease out the keyframe, right click, ease in the keyframe. Then go to animation and crank motion blur all the way up.
If your reels show,
now you get something like that. But if you want to make it better, you can go into the keyframes tab and drag this first one down.
if your reels show,
Now go into effects, go into titles, get a text plus, write if. I'm going to change the font to Inter, increase the text, position it to the left a little bit, and down. Now I'm just going to open this in Fusion page. Now I'm going to get a transform. And this transform is going to be essential because we're going to copy and paste it. Now I'm going to go to frame 10, keyframe the center X and Y. Go to frame 0, keyframe the center X and Y. Drag it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to go into spline, Control A, or Command A if you're on Mac. Then I'm going to go into settings, motion blur, and just increase the quality and increase the shutter angle. Now I'm going to make this bigger. Now I'm going to shift scroll up, and drag this handle so that there's a little bit of a fade in.
if your
The final thing I forgot to do is go into Fusion and add a drop shadow. I'm going to add 2 drop shadows. You can copy my settings over here. I'm going to Alt or Option drag this up.
if your
Right your, use this transform box over here and position it right here. Then I'm going to Alt drag it again
reels, reels,
and write reels. Then I'm going to change this color to a purple, extra bold. Then I'm going to open it in Fusion page. Then right after the drop shadow, I'm going to add a soft glow. Then I'm going to increase the glow size to max. Then I'm going to Alt drag the fast text again. Go to layout, position it down. And then I'm going to write feel. Then I'm gonna alt drag it again and write boring.
If you're real still boring.
Go into layout, position it to the right and down. Then I'm gonna go to text and I'm gonna change this to Helvetica compressed. Change the color to something like this. Then I'm gonna move reels to the right a little bit. Now let's play.
If you're real still boring.
And I'm gonna click the first text, holding shift, click the last text, then press the split button, which is Control B. First text again, then click the last text and just delete them. I'm gonna drag another text plus to the timeline. Then I'm gonna open it in a Fusion page. Change the font to Inter. And I'm just gonna name it subtitle. Now at frame 0, I'm gonna keyframe the tracking. Then at frame 10, I'm gonna keyframe the tracking again and leave it at 1. Then I'm gonna go back and decrease the tracking to around 0.85. Then I'm gonna go into spline, select character spacing, hit S, T, and ease it in. Then I'm gonna add a glow, increase the glow size, or increase the glow just a little bit. Then I'm gonna add a drop shadow, and I'm gonna decrease the blur. You can copy my settings over here. Go back into spline, change it to ease out cubic. Drag the fast handle up. After the drop shadow, add a directional blur, but add the second one, the one that doesn't say DRBL. Now I'm going to change the blur angle to -180, increase the blur strength a little bit, keyframe the blur strength, go 4 frames forward, and take it down to 0. Go back into template, go into spline, and just make sure it's regular ease out cubic so it plays out for a little bit longer. Now drag the text to the media pool, name it subtitle, go to workspace, scripts, auto sub, and add it to the timeline.
Probably not your camera or your footage, it's your editing. Most people either overdo editing or don't add enough motion systems at all.
Then I forgot to position the text correctly, so I'm just gonna highlight them, right click, new compound clip, just gonna name it text, or name it subtitles rather, create, then I'm going to position it below.
If you're real still boring, it's probably not your camera.
Now you're gonna go to where it says comment hook, and you're going to cut the subtitles where it says comment hook.
Comment hook.
Now you're going to alt drag this fast text previously done and write comment. Go into layout, drag it to the right, drag it down, go into size it down, and drag it to the top left a little bit.
Comment hook.
Alt drag it up 1 layer. Now bring it down and write hook in quotation marks. Change the color to this blue or this blue. Change the font to Apple Garamond. Change it from regular to bold. Size it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into effects. Then I'm going to go into caption creator. And then I'm going to get this neo glow shader. And then I'm going to increase it from high to ultra. If you want these same caption shaders, go to Neo Edit. Link is in the description. Use my code for a discount. That's the tutorial done. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Peace.